Who moved my cheese? Well, I don't know. But what I can tell you is, and what I do know is that the book, Who Moved My Cheese, is powerful. Today, I want to talk to you about, honestly, whether or not the book is worth your time, worth the investment, both in money and resources and time to read this book, to study the book, and to incorporate the principles into your life. My name is Ben Gothard, and I am the founder of Project Egg, an author, and a couple other things that I like to do. But anyways, I want to share with you today what I really thought about this book. And one of the things that I enjoyed was it was a short read. It was really, really short. And it was definitely less than 200 pages, probably around 100, maybe a little bit less. So you could finish it in a day. I actually finished it in one sitting. I sat down and I just read it straight through. And it's a really compelling narrative talking about the plight of mice and people in this maze thing. Um, and it talks about resources and cheese. And it's really interesting how through that story, the author, Dr. Spencer Johnson here, is really trying to share a message of how to continue on in your life when things are not working out how you would like them to, or when things change very suddenly. And it's a really interesting narrative because it goes into the psychology at a very surface, I'm sorry, not surface, at a very high level. So you don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to have studied psychology, but it really goes into how we think as people and kind of gives us some perspective of okay, what is our gut reaction versus what can we do or how can we respond to change in our lives to make it better. And I think that's really helpful because a lot of us, and myself included, I'll be the first one to admit it, but a lot of us really struggle with change sometimes. And it can be very scary, especially when it happens suddenly or it's a big change and it has a very monumental effect on our lives. So that's the good thing, is that it's short, it's powerful. Um, the other side, the bad thing, if you will, because I want to give a neutral opinion here. I just want to share objectively what I've learned from it is it doesn't really give you like a practical step by step guide to implementing. It talks about one concept and it's a great concept, but it's not like a comprehensive life guide. And you may not be seeking that. And if you're not seeking that, then probably more inclined to want to read this book. But if you are, it's not going to give you everything you need. You're not going to be able to build your life around this book. And I know some people are looking for that. So I just want you to know beforehand, like, this is a great tool. It gives you a great ideology for how to deal with change, but probably not a bedrock or a foundational um, theory to build your entire life around. So I would just be wary and recognize uh, what this book is good for and what it's not good for. Personally, I've had to deal with um, change in my life as does everybody, and I'm not asking for a pity party at all. But one of the things that I've had to deal with is having businesses that I've started fail, and they didn't work out like I thought they would. Obviously, I wouldn't have started the business if I thought that it was going to fail. Um, but some of them have. And, I've started multiple businesses, and some of them have failed and some of them haven't. And using this sort of methodology to move on and to grow and adapt after they fail, like how to deal with that change of, maybe recognizing that I need to cut the cord on that business, recognizing that I need to pivot. Um, this is very helpful for that. So, especially for entrepreneurs, and I'm an entrepreneur, and so I always like to talk to those people who are like me because I feel like I can provide experiences that are the most helpful to you. Not to say that it's not helpful to other people. I think we can all learn from everybody. But for entrepreneurs specifically, um, learning how to really work with and move forward and turn change into something that is helpful, that is positive, um, the book's great for it. So if you're going through a tough time or some big change just happened, or you just want to add a little bit of resiliency to your toolkit, I would suggest this book for that. If you're looking to completely change the way that that you operate and completely change your life and do it full 180 and have this humongous revelation that you can build your entire life around, you probably should look for something else. Not to say that this can't be part of your life philosophy, but I think it has its uses. So I hope this has been helpful. And if you have any more questions whatsoever, you can drop them down in the comments below. And for your convenience, I'll go ahead and stick a link to the book. I'll put a link to Audible to listen to the audiobook, and I'll put a link to Amazon so you can either get the ebook or, like me, get the hard copy. Don't know why I knocked that. Just felt like the right thing to do. So, anyways, hope this helps. And again, if you have any comments or questions or recommendations for any other books you'd like to hear about or hear discussed, or if you just like to share your thoughts, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot and have a fantastic day.